Your charity is 12 years this year, Act for Meningitis. As I said, it's a national charity, the only one in Ireland. And meningitis is one of the biggest killers of children under the age of 5 in Ireland. So we're going to go back, if you don't mind, and I know it's never easy retelling this story, but if you can, take us back and tell us about your beautiful daughter Ava.
The reason why the charity is here is because in 2008 I was heavily pregnant, and I was feeling unwell, and I was at home, and during that morning Ava was 4 and Evan was in the house with 2 with their dad Noel, and I got her dressed, sent her off to Montessori, and I decided to go into the hospital because I was feeling really unwell with bad headaches, and they decided to keep me in for the night. I went into bed in the hospital in Galway in the maternity, and I got a call from Noel, and he said, Ava's really sick, the ambulance is on the way. And I couldn't understand it. I'd been talking to her at 9 o'clock, and she was, to me she was fine. She had had a wonderful day in the Montessori. They were looking at Tom and Jerry on the telly, and he looked down, and Ava was, she was turning grey, really, for want of a better word. And he thought I was a reflection of the telly. And she literally she just closed her eyes. And he rang the ambulance. They came out and they said to him, we think we have a pulse. I didn't know any of this was going on. I was just waiting at the front door of the hospital in Galway. And I remember hearing the ambulance in the distance, and this ambulance was coming really fast. And I remember still, it was pitch dark. It was really quiet in the car park, and I remember thinking, somebody's really sick, that ambulance is in a hurry to get here. Not for 1 second thinking that when the ambulance pulled up, Noel jumped out, and it was the ambulance with Ava, and they rushed her into the room in A&E, and they brought me in. Now I was heavily pregnant, and myself and Noel waited outside. I just couldn't bear to think what was happening in that room or being there, and I suppose they were trying to mind me as well. And when we were standing there, we saw the priest and the consultant walking towards us, and they said, I'm really sorry, she's gone. And there's very little I remember from that night. There's just 1 or 2 things. I remember being helped down to the room, and they opened the door, and it was packed with medical. There was doctors, there was nurses, there was so many people there, and there was complete silence. They all just stood back, and we walked up to her, and she was lying there, and she was gone within, we would say, 6 hours of being sick. She had passed away, and our lives just changed forever from that night.